Hey there, I'm the real Jason Duncan, and today on today's Friday sales tip, I want to tell you about how to create need in the mind of your prospect. But before I get into that, let me tell you a little bit about my podcast. It's called The Root of All Success. I interview super successful entrepreneurs every single week. All episodes drop on Thursdays, where these entrepreneurs have built $10 million businesses. They're doing $10 million annually, rather, and they've earned a $5 million net worth or greater as a result of that business. It's a business they started on their own without the help of mom and dad, without the help of a family business or franchise. And generally speaking, they've got those financial metrics, 10 million annual revenue, 5 million in net worth. And I'm talking to them about the 5 ways that they became successful. And what you're going to find out when you listen to the podcast is that these 5 things show up every single time in every successful entrepreneur's life and how they built a successful business. So go to therealjasonduncan.com. It's right here. Go to therealjasonduncan.com/podcast. therealjasonduncan.com/podcast. Follow me on YouTube. You can download that and watch it on YouTube, or you can listen to it on any podcast player. The Root of All Success. Now let's get on with our tip for today. One of my first businesses that I started was in the LED business, and we did LED lighting retrofits in commercial buildings. And I still own that company today and still doing great. My team is fantastic over there. Shout out to Energy Lighting Services. But here's the thing, when you're selling something like lighting that nobody thinks about, I mean, they walk into their office every day, they flip a light switch, the lights come on, they don't care, it works, right? You've got to paint a preferred future in their mind. You've got to create a need. There are only 4 reasons why anybody buys anything. In last week's Friday sales tip, I talked about the need of relationship and how relationship plays into this buying, this motivational buying factors. Well, need is another one. And need is very difficult to create in some things. Like what I sold in LED lighting was difficult to create a need. So what I had to do is I had to paint a preferred future for my prospect. And so it wasn't about the LED light itself. It wasn't about the fact that there was no maintenance or no mercury or no, anything that would be just benefits of having or features of having LEDs. I had to paint a preferred future. And here's what it looked like. I would say, I want you to imagine for a moment, Mr. CFO or Miss CEO. I want you to imagine for a moment that your facility guys are no longer having to go around and answer work order tickets to replace light bulbs every single day. I want you to imagine for a moment the next electric bill you get and it's 20 to 25% less than it was the last month. I want you to imagine for a moment all the things that you wanted to accomplish here at your facility, but you haven't had the money to do it. I want you to imagine that I could go up in the ceiling right now and pull that money right out of the ceiling and hand it right back to you. You see, when I paint a preferred future like that, the same way you're gonna be able to do that when you're selling real estate or shoes or cars or gyms or whatever it is that you sell, when you paint that preferred future, what you're doing is you're creating a gap. There's this place where they are today, and there's the place where they want to be. If you can say this is the place that they want to be and they agree with you, you've created a gap. That's called need. There are only 4 reasons why anyone buys anything: relationship, need, timing, and money. And need is about the preferred future. It's about the value that that product or service brings to that person. If you like these Friday sales tips, there's a lot more where this came from. I have Results University, where I teach people just like you how to sell better, how to start businesses, scale businesses, enjoy businesses, and even exit businesses. If you're interested in group coaching, I coach sales teams, I coach individuals, and I coach groups of entrepreneurs. And right now I'm looking for 12 entrepreneurs to join my next group coaching session. If you're interested, go to therealjasonduncan.com, and I want you to fill out the form on the homepage. Just contact me, just where it says contact, and say I'm interested in group coaching, and I'll give you a special discount on group coaching because you saw this Friday sales tip. I'm the real Jason Duncan, and don't forget to paint the preferred future in the prospect's mind, and you'll sell more. Good luck.